Many young Americans don't know what has happened about the Bay of Pigs invasion. Here's the story. In the early 1960s, the world was on the brink of a new era. The Cold War was at its peak, and tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were escalating. Amidst this global tension, a small island nation became the focal point of a dramatic and controversial event, that is, the Bay of Pigs invasion. April the 17th, 1961, a remote beach in southern Cuba becomes the stage for an overt operation that would become one of the most infamous episodes of the Cold War.
An ailing Fidel Castro has stopped billing at the closing session of the Pan American Youth Congress in Havana. He delivers a typical rebel-rousing talk, assailing the United States and the Monroe Doctrine. After raving for a half hour, the Cuban premier loses his voice, but he regains enough strength to come back and announce his latest blow against the United States, the seizure of $750 billion of American-owned properties in Cuba.
Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida, had undergone a revolution in 1959, leading to the rise of Fidel Castro. His alignment with the Soviet Union alarmed the United States, setting the stage for a covert operation that would become one of the most infamous episodes of the Cold War. Fidel Castro's revolution overthrew Cuban dictator Fulgencio Batista. The United States, wary of Castro's growing ties with the Soviet Union, sought to undermine his regime. The CIA devised a plan to train Cuban exiles to invade Cuba and overthrow Castro. The plan was simple yet ambitious: to train Cuban exiles to overthrow Castro's regime. The CIA orchestrated the operations, believing that a successful invasion would spark an uprising against Castro. But as history would show, things didn't go as planned. On the night of April 16, 1961, approximately 16 or 1,500 Cuban exiles known as Brigade 2506 landed at the Bay of Pigs. Their mission to spark an uprising against Castro. However, the operation was compromised from the start. Over 1,500 Cuban exiles landed at the Bay of Pigs, but they were met with fierce resistance. The Cuban military, forewarned and well prepared, quickly countered the attack. Cuban forces numbered over 20,000, swiftly counterattacked. The invaders were outnumbered and outgunned. The invasion was a disaster. Within 3 days, the exiles were defeated and over 100 were killed. The rest were captured. The failed operation was a major embarrassment for the Kennedy administration and had lasting implications for U.S.-Cuba relations. Over 1,000 numbers of Brigade 2506 were captured. The U.S. negotiated their release, exchanging 53 million US dollars worth of food and medicine. The invasion failure embarrassed the Kennedy administration and solidified Cuba's alliance with Soviet Union. The Bay of Pigs invasion not only solidified Castro's power, but also pushed Cuba closer to the Soviet Union, setting the stage for the Cuban Missile Crisis. It remains a poignant reminder of the complexities and consequences of Cold War politics. The Bay of Pigs invasion is a testament to the turbulent time of the Cold War. It serves as a lesson in the importance of understanding geopolitical dynamics and the unintended consequences of foreign intervention.
Los coches y la salsa, la música. Vamos con Fai, ya entonces voy para Marcané, de Guapuesto voy para Mayarín.
If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating stories from the past. Let us know in the comments what historical event you'd like us to cover next.